Jillo there, H+III+T, it's about that dang on time. So I'm over here, y'all. I'm working on run through. It's not that it's a long one. It's just like even when I'm like raging through them, like it takes a certain amount of time because it's like after every single so it's like I gotta make sure like. I'm not going to try to explain it to y'all. That's neither here nor there. But run through is on the way. I'm editing it right now, as you can clearly see right here, but that's neither here nor there. Basically, El Phoenix shot a screenshot over to me from the WWE, and apparently, and I was kind of waiting for someone else to speak on this, but I like unsubscribed from everyone I used to watch. So I like have to make videos myself to make my own news or whatever, I guess. But basically, you see the title of the video, the brand split is back, gosh dang it. If you don't know what that means, if you don't watch wrestling, click off the video. I'll be talking about rap in a second. But basically, it goes back to the good old days, pretty much. Back when I was watching wrestling, it goes back to the brand split, where there's Raw and there's SmackDown. You remember the days of SmackDown versus Raw? Those video games were called that because there were two completely different shows. It wasn't just there's Raw and then you see the same thing again on SmackDown. There were two different superstars. Like back in the day, CM Punk and Jeff Hardy were exclusively on SmackDown. They were never on Raw. The Undertaker was like never on Monday Night Raw because they were all on SmackDown. There were Raw superstars and there were SmackDown superstars. They tried ECW, which I'm feeling like that's what they're going to do with NXT, make that like an ECW thing, but that's neither here nor there. So they're going to split up the roster and there's going to be some people staying on Raw, going to be some people staying on SmackDown. My guess is they're probably going to put AJ Styles on SmackDown, let him be the World Heavyweight Champion over there, and I guess let Roman Reigns, probably Dean Ambrose is going to go over there too, and they're going to let Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns probably just fight over the title all the time on Raw. I really think Kevin Owens should go to SmackDown too. Kevin Owens and Cesaro. Basically, they should like split that whole thing. Let Sami Zayn go to Raw. Let Kevin Owens go to SmackDown. They should let Cesaro go to SmackDown and let The Miz stay on Raw. Just so that it just like splits things up. Or the other way around. We just have to separate this because we're seeing the same four people have a rivalry over and over again, but wouldn't you like to see like different rivalries within each other, like maybe Sami Zayn versus Cesaro just one-on-one, or The Miz and Kevin Owens have their own little program or something like that. You know what I mean? But basically, we're not going to see a bunch of wasted potential anymore. Maybe dang on Dolph Ziggler won't be jobbing out anymore because he'll be like one of the only few people on SmackDown or Raw. It just makes things more interesting. And for a lot of people who just recently started watching wrestling, it's called the WWE World Heavyweight Championship because it was like combined between two different titles. John Cena was the World Heavyweight Champion and Randy Orton was the WWE Champion. They just combined it for some reason. And now all the brands are just one thing or whatever. So that's not going to be the case anymore. They're going to split the titles again. It's going to be the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title. One's on SmackDown, one's on Raw. How they're going to split that up, I don't know. But I'm just really excited about it. And other than the fact that Seth Rollins is back, I mean, this brand split officially makes the WWE worth watching again. Just because we were just seeing the same matches over and over again and a bunch of wasted potential, because I know there's a lot of people hurt, but you've got so many wrestlers on the same roster, no one has a chance to do anything. That's why TNA is so boring, because it's like 30 people, but there's only like 3 hours of a time slot, so you can only have so many matches. So there's not going to be a night where we see like Paige doesn't show up for 3 months because she can just be killing it on SmackDown. And you can let the Charlotte and Becky Lynch thing happen. Wouldn't you love to see a rivalry between Paige and what's her name? Who's that chick that's really over? She has the like bright hair. Sasha Banks or something like that. Wouldn't you like to see that? Fighting over a title? We can't see that because there's only one brand and there's only one title. But if they split it up, there'll be a women's title on SmackDown and a women's title on Raw. So, you know, we'll get to see more stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense, but if you're like an OG wrestling, well, not OG, well, we're getting older, so I guess that makes us OG fans. I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era. A lot of people grew up in the Attitude era. I was like 5. I wasn't paying attention, but it looks like it's going back to the good old days. If you stopped watching wrestling, this is the perfect time to start again because it's about to get good, gosh dang. It's been so long since I've been able to say that. So much so, I might get the network. I mean, this brand split is that serious. Oh, and also SmackDown is going to be on USA now, so look out for that. And it's live, so it's not going to be that tape crap or whatever, but Just letting y'all know, like, comment, subscribe, H+III+T. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Let me know down below. Yeah. Oh, and do not tell me what happened on Raw. I haven't watched yet. Please don't spoil it for me. I will block you. I swear to Moses.